Okay, we are live.
Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'd like to call the January, is it 8th?
Seventh.
7th Subdivision Review Committee to order, and would the secretary please call the roll?
Certainly. Member Mejia,
Here.
Member Santiago,
Here.
Member Hunley,
Here.
Member Hambrick,
Here.
Member Hicks,
Here.
and Member Holloway.
Here.
And you have a quorum.
Good to have Member Hunley back with us again. Welcome back. In compliance with directives of the County, State, and Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, this meeting is live streamed and closed to the public. Temporary procedures are subject to change pursuant to guidelines related to social distancing and minimizing person-to-person contact. To make a verbal comment at today's meeting, please dial 916-875-2500. Follow the prompts to be placed into queue for a specific agenda item or off-agenda matter. When open the public comments for a specific item or an off-agenda matter, you will be transferred from the queue into the meeting to make a verbal comment. Written comments are always accepted. Please send your email comment to board clerk, that's one word, capital B, capital C, @saccounty.net. Your comment will be routed and filed for the record. For everybody, please speak with a handset or headset. Mute your device when not speaking to eliminate background noise. I am the worst offender at that. Announce your name when speaking on an agenda item so we know who's speaking, and listeners will know who has the floor. When the chair calls for motion in a second, announce your name prior to making the motion in a second. The clerk will take the voice vote, confirm the results of the vote. Please refer to the presenters tab to see the list of board members, consultants, and staff who are checked into the meeting. And also please check the chat window to provide other comments. We are primarily a technical committee made up of representatives of various county departments, service providers, and safety officers. Subdivision Review Committee acts as a county hearing authority to make final decisions on tentative parcel maps, certain boundary line adjustments, and certificates of compliance. As a hearing authority for these items, the SRT takes into consideration all county codes, general plan, and other relevant county policies. For parcel maps that must go before the Planning Commission or the board, we act only in an advisory role on the technical aspects of the map. We will not consider policy implications, other entitlements, or the merits of the project, just the technical compliance of the application. The decision of the SRC in these matters is final unless an appeal is filed with the clerk of the board within 10 days of our decision. And let's see, for any guests that we have that wish to speak, the clerk will administer the oath. Stephanie, would you do that, please?
Yes, and this applies to the applicants as well.
Yes. Thank you.
Please raise your right hand, and the appropriate response is I do. Do you swear that the testimony you are about to give is the truth? So help you God. If you do not swear, do you so affirm?
Do we have any applicants on the line?
I do. Yes.
Good job. Thank you. Okay, do we have any public comments?
Not at this time.
Okay, any initial comments or questions from either the members or the public? Okay, let's see, we should probably approve the minutes of the December 3rd. Do we have a motion? Are there any changes or additions before I ask for a motion? Okay, do we have a motion? I'll move approval of the December 3rd minutes. Do we have a second?
I'll second. Brian, Chris Hunley.
Thank you. Okay. Any public comments on the minutes?
No
Okay.
public comments.
Let's call for the roll.
Okay. I have the motion by Chairperson Holloway and a second by Chris Hunley. Member Mejia?
Yes.
Member Santiago?
Yes.
Member Hunley?
Yes.
Member Hambrick?
Yes.
Member Hicks?
Yes.
And Member Holloway?
Yes.
Okay, motion
Okay.
passes.
All right. Why don't we go to the public hearing items, and item number 1, Buena Vista Parcel Map.
Item number 2 is Buena Vista Parcel Map located at 5224 Buena Vista Avenue in the Fair Oaks community. Request is for a tentative parcel map and design review. Environmental doc is exempt.
Hi, everyone. Good morning. This is Desiree Fox. Confirm you can hear me okay?
Yes, thank you, Desiree. Good morning.
Good morning and Happy New Year. I'll be presenting on item number 2, Project PLNP 2019-00381. Next slide. The project site is located at 5224 Buena Vista Avenue in the Fair Oaks community. The project requests for a tentative parcel map to subdivide one 1.11 acre parcel into 2 single-family lots. And the project also includes a design review for compliance with the countywide design guidelines. Next slide. The project site is zone RD3. Parcel A1 of the parcel map is proposed to be about 27,548 square feet. It will maintain the existing single-family dwelling and will be accessed by the public right-of-way, which is Buena Vista Avenue. Parcel A2 is proposed to be about 25,000 square feet. It will be developed with a future single-family residence and will be accessed by a 20-foot wide private road. Next slide. On your screen, you should see the tentative parcel map. Proposed parcel A1 is the one that fronts on Buena Vista Avenue, and as mentioned, it will be will allow for the continue the use of the existing single-family dwelling. Proposed parcel A2 will be accessed by the private road, which does not require a fire turnaround as determined by Sacramento, and there is a pad already there to accommodate the future single-family dwelling. Next slide. The project was reviewed by the CPAC. They had a discussion and there was some public comments received. The CPAC ultimately recommended the approval of the tentative map with the suggestion that the applicant continue to coordinate with the adjacent property owner regarding the private road. Currently, the private road will be installed within an easement that's going to be on the applicant's parcel. The DRAC also reviewed the item on October 22nd, and they recommended the project to be filed in compliance with the countywide design guidelines. There was a brief discussion at the DRAC meeting about the impact to the existing trees, but the project did result in an exemption as determined by CEQA, and it was determined that the tree that would potentially be impacted, which is noted as tree number 940 on the map, would be mitigated through a tree permit. Next slide. Staff recommendations to the SRC is to determine the environmental analysis is adequate and complete and adopt the exemption under the applicable section of the California Environmental Quality Act, approve the tentative parcel map, and find the project in substantial compliance with the countywide design guidelines, all subject to the findings and the conditions that are listed within attachment 2 of the staff report. Slide.
Thank you very much. Any questions for Desiree? Now, apparently, do we have an applicant on the line? Stephanie, do we have the applicant in the queue?
I had to unmute.
Yeah, Yuri Solchik on behalf of the applicant is on the line.
Hi. Any questions that you have for us, and do you have you read all the conditions of approval and find them in agreement?
Yes. I don't think we have any objections to the conditions of approval. We do not have any additional questions. I think we feel that this is a very simple and straightforward project. So unless somebody has any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them.
Okay. Any questions for the applicant? Okay. Thank you for being with us today. And is there anybody in the public who has a comment on this?
This is Stephanie. We do not have any public comments or nobody waiting.
Okay. What's the pleasure of the committee?
This is Member Mejia. I determined that the environmental analysis is adequate and complete. Approve the tentative parcel map subject to findings and conditions in attachment 2, and find that the project is in substantial compliance with the countywide design guidelines, subject to the findings and conditions listed also in attachment 2. That's my motion.
Okay, we have a second.
Member Santiago, second.
Thank you, Tony. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Would the clerk please call the roll?
Yes, I have Member Mejia making the motion and Santiago seconding the motion. Member Mejia?
Yes.
Member Santiago?
Yes.
Member Hunley?
Yes.
Member Hambrick?
Yes.
Member Hicks?
Yes.
And Member Holloway?
Yes.
And motion passes.
Okay, thank you very much. Let's go to item number 3, please. El Modena.
Item 3, El Modena Avenue parcel map located at 8408 El Modena Avenue in the Rio Linda, Alberta community. Request is for a tentative parcel map and design review. Environmental doc is negative declaration.
Okay, looks like we get Desiree again.
Yes. Hello, everyone. Again, I'll be presenting on the El Modena tentative parcel map. The project site is located at 8408 El Modena Avenue in the Rio Linda community. The project requests for a tentative parcel map to subdivide one 9.91 acre parcel into 4 lots in the AR2 zone. The project also includes a design review. Next slide. The site is currently developed with 4 structures, 3 of those being dwellings. There's a primary residential dwelling, an accessory dwelling unit, and a hardship mobile home. The project proposes to maintain the primary dwelling and the accessory structures as of this moment. Attachment 2 of the staff report, which has the conditions, does include conditions related to when the hardship mobile home needs to be removed and when when permits need to be pulled for the garage shop, which is the 4th structure that's on the site. The site will be accessed with a hammerhead turnaround down the center of the current parcel. All parcels will be served by private well and septic systems. Slide. Here's the tentative parcel map. The existing structures that I mentioned take place in I can't make out which parcel it is, but it is the one that seems have a little bit more items on it, bottom square, if you will. And there are the dwellings that are currently developed on that site. The existing garage is located in the north western hemisphere or section of the parcel map and includes the existing garage. Right now, it doesn't meet the setback standards to allow for a primary agricultural structure. So we have a condition in the attachment 2 that says that the either a primary residence will need to be developed to allow for that structure to be an accessory use, or that garage will have to be moved to accommodate and be in compliance with the required setbacks for an agricultural structure. Next slide. The project was reviewed at the Rio Linda CPAC, and they recommended to the SRC the approval of the map. The project was also reviewed at the DRAC, and it went twice. The second time, they found the project to be in compliance with the countywide design guidelines. Next slide. Staff's recommendation is that the SRC determine the environmental analysis is adequate and complete and adopt the negative declaration, adopt the mitigation monitoring and reporting program, approve the tentative parcel map, and find the project in substantial compliance with the countywide design guidelines, all subject to the findings and conditions listed within attachment 2 of the staff report. And that concludes staff presentation.
Okay, thank you, Desiree. Questions for Desiree? Okay, none appearing. Do we have an applicant on the line?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Anything you need to present to us? And have you read the conditions of approval and agreement?
Yeah, my client's in agreement with the conditions of approval. We're willing to pull a building permit so we don't have to move the ag structure within a year of the filed final map.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much. Any questions for the applicant from the committee? None appearing. Anyone in the public on this item?
This is Stephanie. We do not have any public comment.
Okay. What's the pleasure of the committee?
This is Member Mejia. My motion is to determine that the environmental analysis is adequate and complete and adopt a negative declaration, to adopt a mitigation monitoring program, to approve the tentative parcel map subject to the findings in condition attachment 2, finding the project into substantial compliance with the countywide design guidelines, subject to the findings and conditions listed also in attachment 2 of this report. That's my motion.
Okay. Second.
This is Member Santiago. I second the motion.
Thank you, Tony. Okay. We have a motion and a second. Would the secretary please call the roll?
Yes. Motion by Member Mejia, second by Member Santiago. Member Mejia.
Yes.
Member Santiago.
Yes.
Member Hunley.
Yeah.
Member Hambrick.
Yes.
Member Hicks.
Yes.
And Member Holloway.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. Let's see. Moving on. Staff update. Anything new?
There's no updates.
Okay. Comments from either the committee or the public?
We currently do not have any off agenda.
Okay. All right. Then, with the pleasure of the committee, I will adjourn today's meeting. And everybody have a good January, New Year's, and stay safe.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you,
Brian.
everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Brian.